Hi, welcome. I am Nana Jen and I am a gamer grandma. I am currently playing the Legend of Zelda, all of the games in timeline order on my live streams on the weekends. I do live stream on both TikTok and YouTube. I hope you'll join me there to see me live. They are also being posted after the live here on YouTube. Today, I would like to rank the first 5 games that we have played so far of the in the timeline order. So this does not include other Zelda games I have played in the past or are currently playing. Just the first 5 games in timeline order. So the timeline, as many of you know, starts with Skyward Sword. This is the main timeline. Skyward Sword, then it goes to Minish Cap, Four Swords, Ocarina of Time. During Ocarina of Time, that is when the timeline splits. It's fractured. We have the child timeline, we have the adult timeline, and then we have the what if Ganondorf 1 timeline. So I started with the main timeline and then I went to child timeline. So we did the first 4 games and then the Minish Cap is the first game in the child timeline. So those are the 5 games I am ranking today. Now, first of all, this is my opinion. Second, none of these games, in my opinion, is better than Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm just doing the ranking of the timeline order, and then as I get through more games, I will continue to update my ranking until I've played all of the games, and then we'll have a final ranking video. So, first, my favorite of these 5 is Skyward Sword. Again, this is the first game in the main timeline. It was the 15th game to be released. This game was so pretty. I loved the graphics, so light and airy. I loved the story. There was some wonderful additional character arcs. For example, Groose. I just liked. I just liked everything about the story and the look of the game. It was also for me as a gamer grandma, it was not too difficult to get around. It was somewhat intuitive, so I was able to do the game without a lot of help. So I very much enjoyed this one, and it is so far my favorite of the 5. My second favorite is Ocarina of Time. So again, this was the 4th game in the timeline. It was the 5th game to be released. I really enjoyed the story. The graphics are cute. My issue with this game was the play, just the gameplay. It was a bit rough for me. And I think it's because I'm spoiled because in Breath of the Wild you have the 360-degree view. And here I'd find myself like trapped in corners. I couldn't see where my character was, where the enemy was. Now, I was playing this on the Switch with an N64 controller through the Nintendo subscription. So that did help a bit, having the C pad. But it's still, the gameplay was a bit difficult for me, but I did really, really enjoy the story. And I enjoyed, I just enjoyed the game other than it just was difficult for me. My third favorite is Minish Cap, which of course is a sequel to Ocarina of Time. It was the 6th game to be released, but it is the first game in the child timeline. I also think it's a dream. This one, so it starts after the time had been fractured in Ocarina of Time. This game, of course, is very similar to Ocarina of Time in look, in gameplay, in style. This story is, like I said, like a fever dream. I think it's a dream, although people are telling me that once I've played more games, I won't believe it. But right now, I think that's a dream. But the same thing with Ocarina of Time. It was actually very similar gameplay. I found myself getting stuck in places because the vision. I had a really hard time with the swimming as a Zora. Oh, that was rough for me. And I just, the time I think gives that little anxiety that you have to complete things in a certain time. But again, I loved the story. I overall, I really liked the game. It was just difficult for me as a gamer grandma. The 4th favorite for me was the Minish Cap. This is the 2nd game in the timeline, and it was the 9th game. No, I'm sorry, the 11th game to be released. This game was so cute. It was a cute game as far as the look. The gameplay for me was very difficult. I was constantly getting stuck. I literally would have to get help to move forward. So it was not as intuitive to me. Um, Again, I like this. The story was cute. The graphics were cute. I liked the ability to get small and get big. It just, in me, the gameplay was a bit rough at times. Of, when do you get small? When do you get big? How do you move forward? So yeah. So again, mostly liked it. It was just the difficulty for me was the playing of that game. And then my final of these first 5 games is Four Swords. This was the 3rd game in the timeline and the 9th game to be released. Again, a very cute little game. The biggest issue with this is it takes 2 players. You have to have 2 players. So luckily I got my son-in-law to come over and we played it, but we beat it in 2 hours. I'm not a speedrunner. I don't speed run. I'm like in it for the long game. I'm a completionist. I like getting all the side quests and stuff. Played it 2 hours. So again, really cute game. I know it had a specific kind of, method about it when it came out, but for me, it is my least favorite of these first 5. So I hope you will join me for my future ranking videos once I've played more games in the timeline order. I will continue to fit the new games into my rankings, and move things around as I learn more about the other games. So thank you so much.